Hi guys, I'm Doggone. Welcome back to the July 16th wrap on the UBL. It was a week of teams, leaders gaining just a little ground on teams behind them. Winnipeg in the West gained a little bit over BC. Tijuana gained a little bit over Oklahoma. OU is now 7 games back. And I'm curious if OU is happy with this or if he's really focused on next year. Tijuana's just trucking. I don't get it. But anyway, BC is doing really well too. BC at 20 games over 500. But look at Winnipeg at 32 over 500. Not bad, eh? In the wild card, BC is up to an 8-game advantage lead over Oklahoma. So it looks like the Wheat Kings' hope this year is more in catching Tijuana than in BC. We're just going to have to wait and see, I guess. The Aces continue to be just a little bit under 500. Portland, don't know. The Fighting Favres are at an 8-game advantage in the East League over Richmond. However, Richmond's had a good 10 days and has extended its wild card lead over Charleston to 4 games. You can see Chesapeake is now 5 games back, and Nashville has fallen 6 games under 500 and 8 games back. I have not been keeping up too closely with Nashville. I'm curious what's going on with that. I really thought they would be much more above 500 this year. I probably should go check them out. Louisville, 14 games back. Raleigh, 32 games back. Raleigh leads the Tank Brigade this year. Lancaster's 7 games behind the 1-1 pick. Salt Lake is just about caught Louisville. Looks like Salt Lake is showing a little bit of strength. Only 9 games behind Las Vegas. So that's the UBL wrap. I wanted to excuse me. The Parrot Heads. I hate to talk about my team. We had another good week, 4-2 week. Took 2 from Richmond, split a pair with Madison, and won the rubber game with Raleigh. Key West has had a couple of, I guess we'll get to the injuries. Key West has had a couple this week. Mario Nunez is out with a aggravated elbow. He's done for the season, 4 months. He had a good run with us. He started the season in the minor leagues, and he pitched well for us when I called him up. Flint Townsend is out with gout. Gout. Yes, you heard that right. The ancient disease is making a comeback. Okay, 40 games over 500. It's crazy. Crazy. Team's just hitting well. Everybody's hitting well. Including Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson has hit 3 home runs in 2 days, and he has 8 RBI in the last 3 days. Tom Wilson. Wow. Every week it's somebody new. Rick Hamilton, Dalton, Barry White Cummings, John Hickey. John Hickey hit another home run this week. Rodney Duncan, the D-Rod's back in the lineup. Jerry Armstrong's at third base. He's soldiering on without much attention, but everybody's doing well. Everybody's doing great. Starting rotation's doing fine. Richard Woods got lit up in relief. Madison beat the crap out of him. Madison scored 6 runs, like in the 9th inning or 8th inning or something. Or was that Richmond? Somebody beat the crap. I guess it was Richmond. Beat the crap out of us. 6 runs in the 9th inning. We like to never got that game finished up. But he'll be back in the rotation taking Mario Nunez's place. What else? John Johnson has joined our team. He's now in the lefty setup role. Manuel Cruz continues to be hot. Cruise control. 34 games. He's had 22 saves, 0.50 ERA, 34 K. And this guy's He's a manimal. Down in the minors, Beng Jiaoying keeps knocking on my door, ringing my phone, saying, why the hell ain't I in UBL? Didn't 331. Look at that split. 331, 371, 506. Robbie Williams, another second baseman, 286, 361, 408 down in Durham. Good problems to have. Good problems. Back to UBL. Let's check the expanded standings right quick. See if Madison is 4 games up on Pythag. Now, you know, I'm somewhat of a believer in rubber band AI. I saw it a few seasons ago when Key West was like 7 games under and suddenly caught up to the Pythag within a few weeks. So I kind of wonder about it, you know. I think by the end of the season, these Pythags typically even out. So the gap between Madison and Richmond maybe isn't an 8-game gap for the long haul. Maybe a 4 or 5 game gap. And they've got plenty of series against each other coming up for the remainder of the year. Wild cards, Richmond, 4 games in the East. BC, 8 games in the West. Unfortunately, the wild card races are starting to spread out a little bit as the pack spreads out. Back to the league home screen. Key West continues to lead the power rankings. Good night. Wow. Mr. Anderson had a good day whipping Tijuana. Mario Nunez, ulnar nerve irritation. He's out 4 months. Mr. Fragile. Go take the rest of the year off, Mario. We'll see you back. You're on a nice club-friendly contract. We appreciate you. Go have some margaritas and chillax. Keep working out. Let that arm rest. Ice it up. You'll be fine. You'll be back with us. Yeah, batting leaders in the East League. Don Drain, Mr. Don Drain. Now the batting leader of the East. Dalton behind him. Todd Glass in third. Todd Glass of Nashville. I believe he was acquired from Chesapeake at one time, wasn't he? ERA leaders. A couple of Richmond leaders. Richmond pitchers are up there now. O'Neill, Daniel. I don't know O'Neill. I have to check him out. Hanero is pacing Ramos with wins. Jason Hilton's far back in the win count. V. Martinez still pacing everybody on strikeouts. Way to go, V. Mart, representing for the Big Easy. Haven't written a whole lot about the Big Easy lately. Probably should get back to that. Probably should start doing some videos on the Big Easy. Key West still doing good, pitching wise and defensively. Bullpen has fallen off a notch. We got John Johnson in there to maybe help shore it up. Parrot Heads are hitting home runs, not as many as Madison. The Madisonians are leading by a tick in batting average. You know, if it comes down to a Key West Madison series, East League Championship series, it could be a good one. Hi, I'm Doggone. And after a brief interlude, I'm back with an injury report. There were a few major injuries this sim. BC pitcher Carlos Salazar, torn rotator cuff, 7 to 8 months. Salazar, I don't know if he was part of their rotation or what. Let's see if we can figure it out. Well, the AI would have moved him out, wouldn't it? Carlos Salazar, out. Not sure how much this hurts the Brawlers. He had a 1.29 whip. Well, he was, oh my goodness, he was a starter. 17 games started, 7-6 record. He was an innings eater, probably at the bottom of the rotation, I'm guessing. So Salazar is out, so that knocks out part of the BC pitching rotation. Oklahoma Wheat Kings catcher Kurt Jackson hit in the foot by a pitch, out for a month. Chesapeake Tourist second baseman hit by a pitch, broke his thumb, out for 3 or 4 weeks. Ramon Chavez, center fielder for the Stealth, sprained his thumb on a defensive play, out for 3 or 4 weeks. What else? A few tic-tac injuries: Tourists right fielder Jose Urbina and Charleston right fielder Joe Haggart. Key West Parrot Heads starter Mario Nunez, ulnar nerve irritation, out for 4 months. The Brawlers took another blow as left fielder Manny Flores was injured with a torn labrum, out 4 to 5 months. Madison's catcher Damon King injured at a collision at a base during the Parrot Heads game, fractured foot. He's out for 4 weeks. Let's check on Manny Flores. Left fielder. I don't know if he was the. Looks like he was a sub, 110 at bats in 50 games. So it looks like he was probably a 4th outfielder. Hitting well, 427 slugging for him. All right, that's the injury wrap. Let's look at the transactions for this July 16th. Let's look at major transactions here. And we'll start with the 9th. Of course, the AI teams did a bunch of busy work. Lancaster DFA'd Merrill Wiggins, shortstop Merrill Wiggins, shortly after claiming Pete Clark, Kit Kat. Key West traded a couple of minor leaguers to Louisville in exchange for closer John Johnson. And Key West also traded reliever Michael Hubbard to Lancaster, getting a 14th round pick, just a pure salary dump. Not a big salary, but still. Oh, a bunch of failed to sign draft picks here. How interesting. 5th round, 4th, 5th, 6th, 11th, 5th, 1st. Woo, oh no! Nashville failed to sign J.R. Banks. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Was Nashville out of money? Did they just not think Banks was all that after getting a good look at him? Oh, man. Well, he'll be back in the mix next year. We've seen these guys come back and be cheaper the next time around. We've even seen them come back 3 times around. So, wow. Bunch of minor league signings here. Charleston brought in some minor league, some guys for their farm club to give their outfielders a break in pitching. Let's see. Key West signed a few minor leaguers. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm thinking. Oklahoma Wheat Kings signed a few minor leaguers. A few of these are international free agents. Let's see. Salt Lake must be under AI control to be doing moves in the middle of the week, as Nashville must be. Okay, well, that's it. And any major news this time around? Terry Sutherland, oh my goodness, he blew up against the Parrot Heads in the final Richmond game. He had a grand slam in the 9th inning, but Key West still won the game. But it blew up old Richard Woods, rookie Richard Woods. So hopefully Woods can recover from that. John Anderson, Mr. Anderson, pitches a 5-hit shutout against Tijuana on behalf of the Walleye. Don the Drain, EL Player of the Week. Jim Williams of the Brawlers, West League Player of the Week. And I think that'll do it for this week's news. Last week, Charleston Chimps Mark Cooley pitched a 4-hit shutout against the Stealth with 2 strikeouts and no walks. Outstanding. All right, guys. That's going to do it for this edition of the UBL Wrap, July 16th. I'll see you next time.